I'm in freaking love with a drawing app called Leonardo. It's made by one person, Henning Tegan, and it's infuriating that Leonardo is so good when it's made by one dude and Photoshop is so very, very bad for drawing when it's made by an office floor full of geniuses. And Leonardo is still in beta. It's not even out as a V1 yet. This isn't a paid ad or anything for the record, and I'm not in contact with the guy who made it. I just really like Leonardo and want more people to know about it. What exactly do I like about it? Well, its most standout feature when compared to other programs is probably the infinite canvas. This is something I've wanted in a drawing app for a long time. I should clarify that this infinite canvas isn't an infinite zoom. It's more like infinite paper, a giant sheet of beautiful paper that stretches to the horizon. In Leonardo, you can just keep scrolling right, left, up, down, and just keep drawing infinitely. If your document gets huge, you can hit X to see the whole thing, and then quickly pick an area to zoom into. This will not appeal to everyone, but if you like to design like me, I think you'll love it. When I design, I like to do a lot of sketches. I'm really volume focused when I design. And I hate having to interrupt the flow of ideas to recrop the canvas in Photoshop. And of course, stupid Photoshop doesn't extend the goddamn whatever color you made the background when you recrop, so you have to recrop and then go down to the layers and use the fill bucket to put but of course you're on a secondary color. Another thing I hate is when the canvas has gotten too big and I have to put a wave of sketches into a group and make them invisible. I can guarantee I'll forget these sketches existed the next day. And if I'm looking through old PSDs, do you think I'm ever checking those untitled folders? No, I'm just going to look at whatever I left visible a year, 2 year, 5, 10 years ago when I stopped working on this document. I don't even like doing serious design work in a sketchbook for the same reason. The past sketches disappear into the back pages of the book. When I design, I like having every sketch that I've done for a particular idea or asset out and visible in front of me so that I can quickly pluck successful moments from an old sketch to iterate on them in a new sketch. When working traditionally, I prefer to use loose sheets I can pin up and spread all over my desk. But in digital, I never had an easy solution. Until Leonardo. In Leonardo, I can have one file hold the entire sketchy evolution of an idea, and I never need to hide a sketch. I can make a true sketch mind map where everything is exposed instead of nested into folders that will never be clicked on again. I can copy-paste my references in too, so it's like one of those infinite canvas whiteboard apps, but with good drawing app brushes instead of just a crude highlighter. Oh, and yeah, about those brushes. There's only 8 of them. That's it. No making new ones, no importing new ones, just 8. But what's there feels really good. Here's what I need to be happy sketching. I need a solid ink brush that feels snappy and delicious, and, more unreasonably, I need a hard round opacity brush that feels exactly like the one in Photoshop. Like I said, unreasonable. But Leonardo has those, and they feel great. This is the difference between Leonardo and the few other drawing apps that do have infinite canvas. Their brush engines never felt good to me. Leonardo has a few very well calibrated, fast brushes, and that's what puts it ahead. I did these rather overkill character sketches to show that you can actually get up to some pretty detailed work in Leonardo with its basic toolset. So, sketching feels awesome with these brushes and with an infinite canvas, but what about the other tools? You see, that's actually the great thing. There are none. There's no text, no paths, no channels, no motherfucking AI generative fill that costs 13 Adobe asshole credits. It's just drawing, and that's it. The tools that are there are solid. Most importantly, the core blend modes that any painting app needs are here. So you've got multiply, color dodge, overlay, stuff like that. You can also lock transparency on a layer, that's essential of course, and there's some guided drawing options like symmetry tools, and there's a surprisingly robust ruler for straight lines, perspective vanishing points, and ellipses that puts anything in Photoshop to shame. I have to tell you, I find the limitations here freeing. Maybe I wouldn't if there weren't other more feature-filled drawing programs out there to fall back on, but there are, and at this point, many of them are free. The limited capabilities of Leonardo actually give it a special place in my process. It makes me just sit, buckle down, and draw. When I'm working in Leonardo, I don't get distracted by trying to take shortcuts the way that I do in Photoshop. I'm a bit of a Photoshop wizard. I've been using it since I was 12, and that's nice and all, but when I'm just trying to happily poke away at a design, I'm constantly being pinged by my unconscious, telling me, hey, running a high-pass filter on a picture of iguana skin on the overlay blend mode with a gray blend if layer style on a double-grouped clipping mask would be a faster way to get this texture, and damn, that gets annoying after a while. Because Leonardo can't do any of that, and I'm not gonna launch Photoshop and do an export to do it, my brain just gives up and I can just draw. It's getting me a little bit closer to the relaxed mindset that I have when drawing with pencil on paper. And man, that's worth it to me. I'm sure Henning is working hard on the official 1.0 release of Leonardo, but a part of me really hopes that he doesn't make it too powerful. If it had too many features, it might lose the charm that it has now. It would be great to stay in the sweet spot, where the brushes feel good and there's no tricks I can use, so my brain stops trying to get clever and just calms down and draws. So go check out Leonardo. It has a free trial, and if you want it after that, it's $40 to keep it, and you get the 1.0 version when it comes out. Happy drawing, everybody.